Okay, so listen, I want to talk about a couple of things. And I always say, I'm not going to keep you too long, but I'm really going to try not to keep you too long because I've got some things to get to you guys. And so be looking for that. I'll try to have that. Let me look at my calendar. I'm trying to have it to you by Friday because I said I wanted to give you guys gifts. Thank you for, listening. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing content. And, this is definitely a passion of mine and I'm going to keep doing it. And so I just want to start off by talking about some of you that took part in the roadmap. What I want to let you know is that I'm going to create a template and a guideline that I've already started. And what I'm going to do is place it in the free community that I will be giving you the link to, hopefully by the end of this week. So please look out for that, okay? So you will get that. And we talked about quite a few things. And if I forgot anything, it will be in that roadmap. So you definitely want to check out that roadmap. Hey, Faye, how are you? Listen, I want to give a shout out. I was thinking about this today. I was just thinking about how, I really got just interested in working with couples. I think I always have been, but I can remember a coworker that, I don't get emotional, but I'm telling you, it was some rough times that I had, just kind of getting to this place and working through this journey of getting licensed, independently licensed. And so I was just remembering some of the beautiful people that were availing of their time, their resources, their knowledge, doing what they could do to make sure that they were passing on the torch to, upcoming therapists, upcoming clinical social workers and LMFTs and, clinical people who were trying to go into the field. And so for me, Faye Baxter is definitely one of those people who definitely took myself, my colleagues, and tried to do whatever she could. At times there were obstacles that prevented her from being able to support in the capacity that she wanted to, but never will be forgotten. I just wanted to openly say that. Faye Baxter, you are one of them. Gail, where's Becky? You are one of them as well. And there are so many others, and I'll be shouting you out in future videos. But I love you. I just have to say that. I cannot not sit in this space any longer and not give thanks to where thanks is due. So I just want to say that. Okay, listen up. We are going to, again, review that roadmap. Make sure you get it because we talked about a lot of good things. We talked about, why it's important to have one. Looking at the beginning of the year, kind of having a guideline. You have guidelines for all of these things in your life, on the job, in other areas of your life and, in business. And it's like, well, why not for your marriage? Why not for your marriage? And there are times because we're doing life, we get off the path. And so this roadmap is a guideline to kind of get you back on. And like I said, I'm going to place that in the free community. And so what we did was we kind of revisited our vows. We looked at communication. We talked about sustaining intimacy. We talked about, let's see, where's 3? Yeah, communication, intimacy, boundaries to protect. And I'm going to make sure that I get a little bit more specific on that because I don't know if I talked about that as much as I want to. We talked about just growth and commitment, accountability, and so many other things. So that's going to be available to you. I'm going to do my best to get that up and loaded into the platform. All right. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about, I said a couple of things because I am adding something to the agenda. I'm excited. I want you to get excited about it. I have to think about, not just what I need, but what everybody needs. Y'all already know I said I'm not the type of therapist or relationship coach to just really build up, a day. And for me, that's Valentine's Day, and I'm saying that. And that's because of my philosophy. But I want to be wise in this space. And I understand that we're all in different places in our journey. And so there is no comparison. We're all in different places in our journey. And if you are here, I'm excited that you're here. I'm so excited for the singles. I'm so excited for the ones who are divorced, because I want you to have hope again. I want all of us to know what healthy looks like. And I am so excited you're here if you are married. I want you to know that you are not alone. I don't believe it's over. I don't think it's by coincidence that you are here. So stay tuned and keep listening. What I was going to say was, I do want us to do something, and I want us to do a 5-day challenge. I'm not asking you to do anything difficult or anything, that would just, I feel like would just, confuse you or just take you a lot of time to figure it out. But I just want you to be thoughtful and considerate. We're going to do a 5-day Valentine's Day challenge. And so what I'm going to commit to doing, like literally just thought about this, like, you know what, we're going to do this together. I'm going to walk it out with you. So I'm going to commit to coming on, let me think. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a client. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to try to maybe come on at this time all of this week. Okay? So even if I'm out, I'm going to come on, even if it's for, a few minutes. But so I want to do a 5-day challenge. And so I'm going to talk about that at the end. Okay? I'm going to talk about what I want us to come in this space and do at the end. So stay tuned. All right? All right. So now to the exciting part. And I know many of you have been waiting for it. Thank you so much for commenting and letting me know that you're waiting for it and that you're definitely going to get inside the community. Because guys, I don't know if you know, but we have to make sure that we understand the importance of community. And I am understanding the importance of community the older I get. I ain't gonna lie, I can be kind of like, I'm introverted, and people don't believe, because I'm like, you in this space and you're doing all of the things. But I'm like, no, I'm telling you, like, I could just meet with my clients, and I love all y'all, but I'm like, I can meet with people one-on-one and just be in the house. I mean, you can ask my siblings, So I'm just being honest. But community, I'm finding the older that I get, there's something that's so special. There's something that's so rewarding, and there's something. And I value growth, and I value learning. And I know that we often learn better, we often grow better, and we often heal, and in community environment, in safe community environments. This is one of the reasons why I am bringing this platform. And in this platform, I am going to make sure that it is safe, that it is nurturing, and we'll do live calls from time to time. And I'm going to bring you information and resources. And we want to make sure we have somewhere else besides. We're so thankful for these free platforms, but we want to make sure we have something else besides these platforms. Should anything happen to these platforms, I can't say that enough. Y'all been seeing some crazy things happen, with Meta being down. Listen, these platforms, something can happen. So this is why we want to make sure that we're prepared. We want to make sure that we're putting information and resources in other places. So please, 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 when you see that link, make sure you get inside the platform to know what is coming. So one of the things that is coming, and one of the things that I'm excited to talk about, is called a free course is a free mini course, and I'm saying mini, and I'm thinking like one of those classes. No, it ain't gonna be super long. I'm gonna try to work with y'all attention span. I'm going to try to work with the average attention span, and I know everybody's attention span ain't the same. Some people, when they know they're getting good information, they can listen a little bit longer. But I know that sometimes, you know, just bite-sized information is good. You know, even me myself, when I read certain things or scriptures or something, I'll read just a little part and I'll meditate on it and think about that thing and ask myself questions about that thing. So trust me, and this, I want to cater to the way most people learn information and retain information. Okay, so it is going to be called the attraction equation. It is going to be called the attraction equation. So I am so excited about it because this course is going to just tell you, you know, why attraction fades and how do I keep it? How do I keep it? So I am excited. Let me open my little laptop here. Give me just a minute. I want you to make sure when you see that the link is up, that you jump on in and get the information for yourself. And I want you to also make sure you share this. Sharing is caring. We want other relationships to thrive. We want other people who have, so I'm going to go through some of the things that I'm going to be talking about to just give you an idea of, you know, why you want to make sure you check this course out, okay? So you want to be here because you want to look at, you know, why do I keep attracting it? This is, listen, for the single people, listen. You want to know why I keep attracting the wrong people. Why does attraction fade so quickly? So we're going to be looking at that. We're going to be exploring that, right? And so we also want to look at, you know, think about it. Think about those that have been in a relationship for a long time or have been married a long time, and you're thinking, it just seems like the passion isn't there like it used to be. You know what I mean? You were like, you know, I can remember where, you know, I could just be on the phone with you just for forever, or I just could just lose time, get lost in time with you. And now it's like, you know, I'm you know, it's like we're annoyed with each other's presence. You know, we feel distant, things feel routine. You know, things are just way cooled off. We're gonna talk about it in this space. And just, we want to look at patterns, right? The wrong patterns that we continue to keep repeating in our relationships. And we're going to look at what those patterns are. All of this is connected to why the attraction fades and why we're struggling in the area with our passion, you know, which can also aid to rekindle the intimacy. So we want to talk about this. Your relationship feels like, again, we feel like we're roommates. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard this. It's like we just, you know, we just doing life. We just paying bills together. We roommates. You know, we coming and going. And if this is you, I want you again to make sure you get inside that relationship vault. That's what it's called. It's called the relationship vault because I don't know what I'm going to put in there. That's the first course that I'm going to put in there. And it is the attraction equation. But after that, I don't know. And actually, you're going to be a big part of that. As you give me feedback, as you tell me how some of these things worked, or the or what issues, what struggles you had, what you encountered, it's going to help me to continue to figure out what is needed out there with you. What are you really wanting to hear? What are you really wanting to learn? What are you really wanting to know? Or what are you really wanting to have more information on? That's kind of how I want it to work. So listen, if you feel stuck, I just want you to know, look no further. I feel like that this platform, and especially this first course will be an answer to you getting unstuck in some areas. Okay, so why do you want to be a part of this? Because I just believe, that marriage and a strong, healthy dating relationship is not all about just chemistry, but it's about what we do, those things that we do in consistency, those things that we do. Y'all done told y'all when the gram is there, when the camera is rolling, when the camera is not, those things that we do in private, and those things that we do and how we conduct ourselves at all times. Energy and emotional connection, all of that is important. And I'm going to talk about some serious stuff that I feel like is a huge hindrance in a relationship as well. And I'm gonna talk about it. It's something that I am really excited to talk about, and that's emotional unavailability. I believe that many of us have wasted our times. And let me say this. I have spoken to many women who have wasted their times in relationships with men who were giving signs that they were emotionally unavailable. I'm going to be talking about it inside a relationship. Well, you don't want to miss the course. I'm going to want to hear from all of you. Okay? So we're going to start going a little bit deeper. I've been scratching the surface. We're going to go a little bit deeper, and I'm ready to talk about some things that have plagued a lot of our relationships. And so that's one of the ones on my agenda for this particular course. All right. Listen, this is for everyone. So don't feel like, I don't know if I can go in there. Like I said, this is for anybody who wants the information, who feel like they might be on a journey. And even if you're unsure, come on in and get the information. Like, we all have blinders, right? We all have, blockages, right? We oftentimes understand things or engage in relationships based upon our own experiences at times, and based upon our upbringing. All of those things sometimes form and shape the way we view certain things, and I want all of us to be aware of that. Okay, awareness is everything. Like, this is just something I value so much. Like, it's actually a literal prayer for me. Like, God just opened my eyes. There's a scripture that talks about opening the eyes of your heart. And I just believe that speaks to just really help me to see what I may not be seeing. Help me to understand in a way where I am breaking through the upbringing, where I'm breaking through the cultural stuff, where I am breaking through even sometimes some spiritual stuff that I may be off on. Like, I want to hear your heart about this thing, because awareness brings, in my opinion, personal growth. Awareness brings healing, and awareness brings you, in my opinion, to a healthy place. But you cannot work on something and get to a healthy place if you don't feel like anything is wrong. If you don't ever challenge some of your thoughts, perspectives, things that you were taught, things that you were learned in different spaces and places, maybe even in the pulpit. And sometimes we have to challenge these things, these thought processes, these practices that we may have. And the only way to doing it, again, is by hearing truth and allowing truth to come in. And again, it may be a little difficult when it really goes against something you held on firm to. But what I ask for you to do is, when something kind of sting you, just kind of maybe write it down, journal it, come back to it, pray over it, and just ask. I believe, let me tell you, my relationship that I have with my Heavenly Father is that I pray over things, and I believe I receive answers. A lot of times we can receive answers in many ways. It could be, I'm reading a book and it was like, wow, I was just wondering about that. I could have a conversation with someone and someone begins to talk about the very thing I wanted more information on, or I'm tuning into a program where somebody has more insight on a thing than me, and they are giving it and they are breaking it down. For me, those are the ways that I believe that I am spoken to. And I'm excited about it because I'm like, I know that I just prayed about this thing. And so I wanted to share that. I'm passionate about that, so I don't know who's listening that needs to hear this, right? We are all a work in progress. I want to be learning as long as I am living and breathing, right? Whether it be about relationships, whether it be about just something else in general. I want to always be learning and growing. Like I haven't arrived. It doesn't matter how many years I've been married. I don't feel like anyone has arrived, right? May have a little bit more knowledge, and so I'm excited to share what I have. So you want to be a part of this community. You want to be a part of it, because I'm going to try to bring it the same way I bring it here. All right, listen. Let's get to the challenge that I am challenging us on. Again, very simple challenge, I believe. And this is the reason why I said I went back, because I think I said I wasn't going to build up this one day. But we are all in different places and we all need support. And for some of you, I feel like you absolutely need this challenge. And I want you to absolutely do your very best and try to work on this challenge every single day this week. I believe, and I know it's a little late. It's not too late. I mean, you can do it. I'm gonna tell you why, because the challenge is easy. But I absolutely believe that there are some people that are hearing my voice right now that need for, I would like for things to go well with you. And, if your relationship at this moment is not where you feel like you want it to be, desire to be, or where it needs to be at this time, join this challenge, because I want Friday and beyond to be well with you and beyond. And so that means you're going to do this challenge, and then that means you're going to get in that community to continue to get more deep insight and information with how to have a healthy, passionate relationship that yields attraction, love, tenderness, all the things, right? All right, so we're going to do the 5 love languages, okay? And that's why I said it's simple, and you hear about it all the time. But what are you actually doing? What are you actually putting into practice now? There's some people, I have some beautiful friends in the Facebook community. I don't know where you're listening from, because this may be YouTube, this may be Instagram. These are the platforms right now I'm focusing on. Maybe in TikTok. I'm in TikTok as well. So I'm trying to do better about that space. I love to go give courage over there. But it doesn't matter where you are listening to this from. I do have beautiful people that love posting beautiful things, and all of us aren't posters, right? Like I'm in this space, so I'm posting more, but I'm like super, used to be super private, but this is the space, so I'm embracing it. But listen, I want you to do something special for your spouse or for the person that you're in a relationship with. I want you to think about the 5 love languages, okay? So I'm going to go down the list and I'm going to give you some examples. I'm going to come in each day and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to ask you what you've done. I'm going to remind you, that the day, it's not over. But I want you to get them in throughout the week leading up to Friday, right? I just feel like that's going to make Friday even more special. Okay, so we're going to look at words of affirmation, right? So I want you to just be speaking over your spouse, over the person that you are in a committed relationship with. I want you to either do, this can be in any form. This could be in text, voice message. Let me say this though. There is so much power, and there is something so intimate. I'm going to say this. Notes are special too. I love notes, and I love cars. Okay, but enough about me. There is something powerful about hearing audibly, ooh, or voice message. Okay, stay focused, stay focused. A voice message is good too. Let me say this. Know your spouse. What would they appreciate? Let me say that. We wire different. We all wire different. But I do think there is something powerful and so intimate about doing this face to face. Like, you get to see your spouse. Like, you get to speak to them. You get to look at them in their eyes. You get to say what you say with sincerity and love and gentleness. That does something, all right? I'm going to say it. To a man, that does something to a woman. So, doesn't matter who you are. Do this, and we're going to start tonight. It could be anything. Remind them of, again, they just be showing up. Just things and I talked to y'all about this before. Like, we don't want to take our spouses for granted, especially if you have a good one. Like, you gotta be, like, babe, shoot, thank you for putting gas in the car. Like, you always got my back. Like, you know what I mean? Babe, thank you for always going to the grocery store at the last minute, like, whatever it is. Like, it doesn't have to be monumental, but just think about it, thank you for, I can always count on you, anything I need when, you do X, Y, and Z for the kids. Like, let your spouse know, because we don't want to make it about, like, the kids per se. Like, bring it, make it, talk to them about how it affects you. You give me more time to do what I need to do for the family, and I appreciate you for being so considerate. Like, I want you to get, like, really drill down, okay? Yeah, so that's that one. Okay, acts of service. Oh, let me go back to words of affirmation. With words of affirmation, this is for you to want to take on a bigger challenge. Some of y'all might be like, I do this all the time. Okay, if you do this all the time, I got a challenge for you. Come up with 3. So this is a bonus. And if you was able to do the bonus, come back in here and let me know. I want y'all to hit me up in the comments to be like, I did 3. Come up with 3 compliments. And if you want to start this like today and carry it over tomorrow with words of affirmation, do it. Because I want you to, like, take them, like, by guard. Like, 3 in a day. Like, that's like, what? Like, dang, you paying attention to me like that? Yes. Trust me. It'll reap some good benefits. I'm setting some of y'all up in a very good way. Thank me later. All right. Acts of service. Love in action. Okay. We didn't talk about this. It's not just what you say. It's what you do. So some people gotta know your spouse. Love for you to do things for them. Right? So throughout the day, think about what they care about. Think about whether that's a meal, whether that's taking care of tasks, something, you taking something off their plate, do something to make their day easier. And singles, I want you to get involved in this too. So maybe you write something kind and considerate about you. Maybe you too hard on yourself in this season. Divorced person, maybe you too hard on yourself. Maybe you're very judgmental about where you at. Write something for yourself. For this love in action, for acts of service, single person, I want you to do something kind for yourself. Don't just pick up something real quick or warm something up, warm them leftovers. Like, I want you to take a day, even if it's Friday, if you ain't going nowhere or got something with some girlfriends. These are single people. Like, I want you to pay attention to detail, like something you would really love and really appreciate, and make it for yourself or get it for yourself. Like, that's what I want. But so think about that. Day 3. So we can do this in days. Reason why I'm just going to go through all of them really quick, and that kind of is the lesson tonight, is because we can't put relationships in a box. If y'all want to do one of the others another day and it works out perfectly for you to do one of the other love languages, or if your spouse is like just very specific and you already know, so, they just physical touch. then you already know this and like what they value. You still can do some other things to mix it up, but maybe you just do that and be most available this week. Like set it up, set up the atmosphere, right? So so some people it's quality time. And so I want you to be, you know, and that's why I say when I come on for the rest of the week, right, guys, that I ain't going to be on long, okay? Because I got to get my quality time in. I'm hanging out with y'all tonight, but I got to get my quality time in because I want to what? I want to lead by example. So, so we doing this tonight, but I'm going to come on real quick, you know, real quick, in and out, in and out. Y'all feel me? Okay, so quality time. So look at your schedule, figure out what you need to do, figure out what you need to do for the latter part of the week with your children, whatever, make accommodation, make plans. Don't be acting like y'all don't know. Like, make time, figure it out, find somebody to come through for you. Also, quality time means I'm gonna put away this phone. I'm gonna put away this you know, all devices, and I'm gonna give my spouse undivided attention. You know, I'm gonna put up all the devices, iPad, whatever you got. I want you to be present when they're talking. I want you to be present if y'all watching a movie together. I want you to be present as much as possible. Or if there is just, you know, you have a particular type of job where you're on call, you know, make that clear in the beginning. I think sometimes, you know, when men or women are not okay with the quality time, is just when you just kind of take it for granted, you know, and so maybe say that, like, you know, I really appreciate you, you know, because I know my job is tough, it's difficult, right? So maybe acknowledging the difficulties about your job and, you know, how you have to be on call and navigate that. Like, I appreciate you for being understanding of that, right? And so just preferencing that before you even like engage with your partner, you know, before you're doing something, right? So you want to make sure, you know, that you do that, and that might be all they needed, you know, just for you to acknowledge that they put up with that, you know, that those are difficult conditions to kind of be in a relationship, but they still love you, they still rocking with you. So maybe sometimes just saying that is all they need. Okay, so we're going to give the quality time. Listen, ladies, men, you're single, quality time. Don't be afraid to date yourself. Do something that you enjoy. Do something that you love, and I encourage you to post it. Post it or tell me in the comments, this is what I did. This was beautiful. This is what I did for myself. I absolutely enjoyed it. Do something you enjoy or love to do. All right, day 4. And remember, I'm saying days, you can switch the order up. We are not putting love in a box. We are not putting love in a box. If you just now joined in, this is the 5-day challenge for love. Hey, AJ, this is our 5-day challenge for love. Listen, so we are now talking about physical touch, and physical touch is physical touch. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say this, get to it. Get to the long hugs. Listen, if that is your spouse's love language, be mindful of that. Like, it's just so many, there's research around what that physical touch literally does. Like when you hug somebody, when you hold hand, when you embrace and you hold hands, when you are caressing, when you are cuddling, all those things, and even engaging in sex. Okay, if you're married, even engaging, there's so much research around that. Let me just say, so with the physical touch, what you want to work on is not creating so many barriers, right? So you want to just, you know, I don't know how you need to show up this week that's creating a barrier. So again, maybe being mindful of your schedule. This is some of the most simplest things that I have to tell people in regards to intimacy sometimes. And it's just, can you just go to bed together at the same time? You'd be so surprised how we're all in different rooms doing our own thing, catching our favorite shows. I am so disappointed with that. And if that's you, just work on it. I got to talk about my disappointment. I'm going to tell you why. Because we are living in a time where, we got this stuff that's on demand. Like we can record our favorite shows. We can do whatever we need to do. We do not even always have to watch programs in real time. So I just encourage you to make yourself available more this week. If you know that your spouse's love language is physical touch, make yourself available and make yourself presentable. Fix up a little bit more this week. You know what I mean? Maybe don't be so quick to put on the scarf or the okay, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I ain't gonna go there. Okay. Listen, if you are single, what I want you to do is, it is good to practice. There is healthy self-care touching, like just really paying attention to your body, taking a relaxing bath, stretching, man, even giving yourself embraces, right? This is a soothing, calming yourself down type of exercise, right? Hands over the heart. And remind yourself, that you are loved. No matter how distant or alone you feel, you are loved and you deserve to be loved the right way, and that you are in a great place called singleness until you choose not to be. And you'll stay that way until you find the right love. Okay, I just need to say that. All right. And last but not least, receiving gifts and consideration, thoughtful surprises. Okay, guys. I was thinking about some things. Now, this is what I absolutely believe. I love in all of these little things, and where we don't have to have some big elaborate thing all the time. But let me have a little disclaimer here. We are all created different. And let me just say, your spouse, your girlfriend or boyfriend, you already know what they their DNA. You know what they like, okay? And so if this don't do it for your spouse, and if your spouse is all about an elaborate layout, you just better know that's who you chose. That's what you chose. Don't be complaining. Don't be saying, oh, I like what she's saying. No. At the end of the day, we're all made and created uniquely different. While I do feel like and hope that whoever you chose, that isn't all that does it for them. You better know if they just like quality and they just, they like a good experience, and you got to know that's what you chose. And that is some people's love language, where they want the lavish, where they, you know what I mean? It may not be all the time, but on those hallmark, holidays or moments, they expect for you to come correct. And that's just something you gotta know. That's just something you gotta know. Can't help you with that department. Just know, I'm trying to help everybody out, because we all different and we're all in different kind of relationships. Okay, so small meaningful gifts. It could be, I love this. So I like the small meaningful everyday gifts. Whether it's a favorite snack, a thoughtful book, something homemade, something you made with your hand. I got some crafty friends. What's my Cherie? I love you, Cherie, if you ever listen to this one, because she has a group for wives as well. I love her, and she is so crafty. I can remember, y'all, let me tell you, don't be coveting your friends' gifts, but I'm telling you, she just one of these type of people, make you little cards, make you little I'm just like, you know, little things. You got the gift wrapped beautifully, and then you got the tag to go with. Some people just have the gift. Some people just blessed with being creative. And so if that is you, lean into those type of things for your spouse. Gift and singles, gift yourself something special. Create something for yourself. I don't know, nails are coming to mind. Go get your nails, toes, whatever done. You know, get adorned for yourself. But yes, small, meaningful gifts, favorite snack, thoughtful book, whatever you can think of that your spouse would like or would appreciate, you know, or something they hadn't gotten in a long time. All right, and yes, so do one extra thoughtful thing, you know, just to show that you're paying attention. And so those type of things that you do when you do the small gifts, man, those go really big. Or even big gifts. It's like, ooh, something that they've been talking about or thinking about. And that is one that I really love to kind of show up with my husband on, because he's just such a mature, laid back type of guy. And so I just be like, I have to listen intently. Like anything that he says, like he's needing or wanting. Like I have to like listen that hard. It just doesn't happen often. So those are considered things. Thank you guys for listening in. Y'all got a lot. The roadmap is going to be inside the community. Okay. The attraction equation is going to be inside the relationship vault, which is the free community. And then we doing this challenge. We doing a 5-day challenge. I'm going to see you here every day this week. Every day. Okay, y'all. I think I'm getting tired. I start singing when I'm getting tired. Okay, listen. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm so excited for all of us to take part in this challenge. Let me know how it goes. I'm going to let y'all know how it goes. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for hanging out with me every Monday. Hanging out with me when I come in late, hanging out with me, you know, when I had challenges. I came in, I think on a Tuesday, but we coming in, remember, we're going to come in every day this week. And so, even if it's just for a few seconds, because I want y'all to, you know, come in and then back away from, you know, the social media for a little bit, so y'all can get some quality time with yourself, so you can get some quality time with your spouse or the person that you're in a relationship with, so you can put those thinking caps on and come through for these 5 days, okay? And I'm hoping that this kind of cultivates, you know, this an energy where we keep continuing this journey, all right? I love y'all. Take care, okay?